Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of a review and comparison on mostly this primer. This is Rimmel's Fix and Perfect Primer. And also, I just wanted to and this is more of like spreading the word more than anything else. I use MAC's Paint Pot and Painterly every single day for my makeup, or for my eyeshadow rather, as the base. Painterly matches my skin tone really nicely. Paint Pots are technically a cream eyeshadow and they come in all kinds of colors, but this one is pretty nude, and I like the Paint Pot because it provides a super sticky base, not like in a cream base kind of way, like where it kind of remains tacky all day, but it doesn't feel like slippery or it won't come off your eyelids or anything like that, but it almost picks up the eyeshadow more. And I have had this on for like 20 hours, no creasing, nothing. I mean, it's really great. So I'm going to kind of do a comparison on these two. This, I think, the Rimmel one, you can buy for about, I would say like $5 or so. I don't like it on my face. But that was the first thing I started using on my eyes as a primer. But anyway, and also the MAC Paint Pot, you can see how much I have left here. Like, I just hit jar on the bottom. But this I bought about 9 months ago, and I use it every day on both eyelids. So, yeah, it may be like around, I don't even know how much it is. I want to say like around $20-ish, give or take. But if you think about it, I mean, come on, 9 months, 9 or 10 months. I mean, I'm budget conscious too, seriously, I really am. But, I mean, this was a great deal, a great buy. So that's just something that, needs to be considered along with it. It's kind of like an investment. So I'm going to go ahead and get to this. Okay, so now I'm going to start out with my Fix and Perfect Primer. And I'm going to put a little bit of that on. It has like a peachy undertone, but once you rub it in, it goes on pretty much clear. And it's pretty liquidy, so that kind of does suck. That's kind of a con to it, because you have to either rub it in really well or, wait for it to dry a little bit. And it just smooths out your skin. And I mean, this would honestly be good as just like alone. I mean, it would just make your skin look pretty smooth, but I don't like it as a foundation base like it says in the bottle. So I have on this half primer, and on this half I don't. What I'm going to do, and I think the best way to show you guys this is to use a matte makeup or a matte eyeshadow, because mattes are so chalky that they don't really blend very well, and they're really intimidating, honestly. And I wouldn't try them without a primer. So I'm going to take my Spice Chocolate palette from MAC, and this color is in Spice Chocolate. It's a very matte brown. And first I'm going to show you what it looks like. Where's my line? I'm going to show you what it looks like without a base. And I mean, MAC is so super pigmented anyway. And the camera, I don't know if it's picking up, but it looks really chalky and sort of uneven. And you can see right when I put it on, it didn't blend as smooth as this did, but that's because the primer is grabbing the color. And so you kind of have to work at it a little bit more, but when I look at it in person, the color is more saturated. And it's just grabbing right onto the color. And you can see, and I mean, I put more on this one just because I was trying to get it to blend out, but I mean, you can see even as I'm layering this one like I did with this one, I mean, this color is way darker. Like, it came out like more true to its color. I don't know if you can tell. So that made, a pretty big difference. I mean, MAC is probably not the best thing to use for an example because it is so super duper pigmented. And I mean, that's why, I mean, MAC is what it is, because I mean, especially the eyeshadows, I mean, they are so extremely pigmented. Let me see if I can find a drugstore brand. Okay, this is a good example. I love this duo. It's from Hip. It is called Sassy. And it is in like a silvery blue shimmer color and a I guess like a silvery sort of beige undertone color. And it's also shimmer. So I'm going to take the blue on my brush here. And I'll put it first on where I don't have any. And yeah, great example. Like, I don't even think I would bother putting this color on my eyes if it came out like that. I mean, it's chalky, it's sheer, and yeah, why would I do that? And so I'll put it on the side with the primer. And it goes on so much smoother. And I mean, the color, like when I look at it on my hand in the light, I mean, the color just really pops. I don't know how well you can see this. But this is with primer and this is without. And so, I mean, on my hand it makes a huge difference. So, I mean, I think it, definitely it's a good primer. It really is. I mean, it makes colors pop and it will hold your color all day, prevent it from creasing. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at the drugstore. They usually have like buy one get one free deals on it a lot of times. And I'll do one more swatch. I have like room for one more. And this I have problems with because it's really sheer. It's from Maybelline. I never wear this. I don't know if it has, I can't see the color. Crown Jewels. That's the color. And let me see. I'm gonna wipe my brush off. Okay, I'll take the color in the middle. It's like a mauve-y sort of purple. And first, where I don't have any primer. Wow, super chalky, ugly, terrible. And then where I do have primer. And again, you can see how it's not really smoothing out super easily, but, the primer is just grabbing onto the color. And so you can see a huge difference from that to that. So I think that kind of proves my point that, the primer, I mean, it's a good primer. It's cheap. It's about $5. You can get it buy one, get one free. You can get it like buy one, get one half off, whatever. Walmart has it. I think it's around $5. Overall, I would definitely buy it. It's cheap, it's hassle-free. There's a lot of it in here if if you're not using it for foundation. So yeah, overall, I would go buy it, especially if you're on a budget. I mean, like I said, honestly, personally, I like MAC's Paint Pot better, the way that it, just performs on my skin all day long because I'm gone all day. But yeah, if you're budget conscious, this is definitely great too. I mean, if I ran out of MAC's Paint Pot, I would go for this in a minute. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. And there are my swatches. So from here over is with, and then from here over is without. So yeah.